Okay, today we're here on the hilltop here at Beth Shean, which is called the House of Commotion, the House of Noise. And this is a real ancient biblical site. You can see behind me, these are some of the ruins, and you can see the Roman influence off in the distance. There's a Roman amphitheater. There's a central main street here that leads off to the marketplace. There were temples down here. This was one of the huge cities in the Decapolis, Beth Shean. But in the Old Testament, this is the place where King Saul committed suicide. This is where his sons were killed, where Jonathan was killed. If you remember in the Bible, in 1 Samuel 31, talks about Saul wanting his armor bearer to kill him, but he wouldn't do it, so he falls on his own sword. And Saul would have come from over here to my left. This is Mount Gilboa over here. And so he asked the witch of Endor if he could come and attack, and was taking all of his spiritual advice from ungodly counselors. And really the downfall of Saul was that he was a mixture of loving God and really loving idols. And this place, Beth Shean, was a place of tremendous idol worship. And so what happened was these people nailed Saul's body. They decapitated his head. They nailed his body and his three sons' body to one of the walls, and people would go by and see it and gawk at it. And David, when he found out about it, wrote a lament. And I want to read some of that lament to you today, because it talks about how the mighty have fallen and how they are destroyed. And this is coming from the second book of Samuel, chapter 1, verse 17. David chanted with this lament over Saul and Jonathan, his sons, and he told them to teach the sons of Judah the song of the bow. Behold, it is written in the book of Jasher, your beauty, O Israel, is slain on your high places. How have the mighty fallen? Tell it not in Gath, proclaim it not in the streets of Ashkelon, lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, lest the daughters of the uncircumcised exult. O mountains of Gilboa, let not dew or rain be on you, nor fields of offerings, for their shield of the mighty was defiled, the shield of Saul, not anointed with oil, from the blood of the slain, from the fat of the mighty. The bow of Jonathan did not turn back, and the sword of Saul did not return empty. Saul and Jonathan, beloved and pleasant in their life, and in their death they were not parted. They were swifter than eagles, they were stronger than lions. O daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you luxuriously in scarlet, who put ornaments of gold on your apparel. And then he says it again. How have the mighty fallen in the midst of battle? Jonathan is slain on your high places. I am distressed for you, my brother Jonathan. So David lamented, even Saul, who pursued him for years and years and years. David, who was now the king of Israel, lamented over the loss of this king of Israel. And I think for all of us, this is a reminder that if we don't stay true to God, if we don't stay true to His Word, and if we mix our faith with culture, or with the mind of culture, or with idols, if our hearts are not pure before God, we too can fall. We too can end in destruction. And this is a great reminder for all of us, even speaking of it today, that we need to keep our lives pure before God and not mix it with anything else, but just stay true to His Word, lest we too fall.
Amen.